All right, folks, here we are looking at Gameweek 213 for Sorare. Just a quick look back at last midweek. Nothing too surprising here. Some pretty big scores in Champion Europe. We continue to see every week that Champion Europe is the hardest one to win in, even though the percentage of payouts is usually highest or among the highest. But you still need a really, really good side in order to get anything. Nothing too surprising. U23 always seems to kind of trail just a little by a few points that you can actually win something if you get slightly under 300 or around 300. So that's interesting. Asia didn't have a whole lot of games that week, so that's why that was there. And then what we're seeing down in the limited section is just that these numbers are starting to creep up into needing the same point threshold as the rares. So maybe not so much in this midweek, but we've been seeing a bit of a trend where the points are starting to creep up in limited. So it was only a few weeks ago that you could win cards with very low scores and things like that. That's just not really happening. I mean, this is the international break, so it's maybe a bad example. But even here, 213, 204s, things like that, 243. But now again, we're starting to see that last midweek you still needed. There was a little bit here, 232 and stuff, but it's starting to creep up. So definitely getting more competitive. And I think especially now that the Bundesliga cards have been released, there's just so many more cards and good cards to play in a division like this. So looking ahead, Game Week 213. So there's no Challenger Europe this midweek, which is interesting. A lot of people, this tends to be a very highly played division. So I think you're going to see a lot of people kind of flooding their cards, their Challenger Europe cards into All-Star. So I think this will actually bump up and this will get more and more minuscule. So it's going to be tough to win this one this game week. I think it's really just trying to get the Ethereum. We see Champion Europe's kind of interesting here. Again, it'll be a high scoring one, but the fact that as of right now, you have 15% chance of winning a card, that'll obviously shrink down as more people enter over the next several hours, but still, definitely if you can get something in there. The special weekly is kind of one of those, they often do this one where your cards that have an L5 maximum of 40, and that's your rare, super rare, and unique. The payout isn't very great. That's the only tough thing here. So you can roll the dice if you can put a line up there. We'll see. But and then down in limited, nothing really too surprising. They're all pretty even, to be honest. So nothing really jumps out at me here. Again, no Challenger Europe, no Asia as well. So that's about it. Best of luck. Check out I've been scouting and previewing each of the teams in Bundesliga. So you'll probably see a recommended video after this, but you can literally click through pretty much every single side, or at least within the next 24 hours, I'll have every single club up from Bundesliga 1, and really just digging into who are the values and things like that. So check it out. Hopefully those help as well. We will talk soon.